1 in 5 men have no close friends. So with such a high percentage of men feeling this way, and it's very rare that you get men going away and doing sort of weekends like we just did. Do you ever worry about maybe your partner being secretly lonely, maybe hiding it from you? And
I think men bond in different ways. They bond around football and they bond around maybe golf. I don't know. They go on golf weekends, don't they, and things like that. But, I mean, Gary has friends, but Gary's more like he's like a kind of a crisis management friend. So when his friends are going through a bad time, he is on it. You know, if it's something medical, he's finding the right doctor. If it's something to do with a big company, he's sorting that out. But what I think, and I'm, again, sweeping generalisation, I'm just talking about what happens in my house, what they're not so good at, that women are good at, is just watering friendships along the way.
Sending little texts.
So that kind of, are you OK thing, even if you've not heard from them. So I think with men, it's just like, I've got a problem, they'll sort it out. But they don't do that kind of like, oh, let's just meet and have a coffee just because. So I think sometimes they can generally feel a bit lonelier. I think women are better at I think you earn your friendships.
Yeah. Oh, sometimes, when we were talking about this earlier, I started to think about, you know, at the moment in life, Joe and I have got the baby and the older kids and work, and then you sort of, I mean, how often do we actually see each other? It will be like once in a blue moon, but we always make sure that once in a blue moon happens. And sometimes I feel guilty because I will actually say, oh, actually, please don't go out with your mates tonight. Come and help me and stay with me and help me with the baby or help me with this. And I think that sometimes maybe we pull each other away from keeping those relationships going when actually it really is important. You forget how important it is because when they're all grown up and they've left home and, you know, you really... Or if something, God forbid, does happen and you need your friends around you, if you haven't... If I don't let him ever go out with his friends and if he always says, oh, no, you can't do and we can't, where do you grow and nurture those friendships?
And I think there's lots of different reasons why friendships may... I mean, they might have fallen by the wayside or they might not have been watered, as you put it, Jane. I mean, divorce, obviously, is one key reason why friendships get lost along the way. I know I've had that, and a part of it was... Obviously, I've been divorced twice, and the first time round, I think I just felt so awful. I made myself go very small and insular. And then the second time round, I just thought I can't actually face seeing people. So it ended up that yes, I didn't water them. I think is a really good way of putting it. And then you get to a point where you think, I don't really know how to start again. And I think men go through that as well through divorce. I think women maybe naturally have their sisterhood to turn to, but I know, you know, men will feel that. And also in retirement. You know, men often, their friendship group is through work, but obviously when they retire, they sort of look around and life gets very small.
Well, a lot of people writing in about this. Linda says, my husband hasn't really got any close friends. I wish he did. Then I wouldn't have to listen to him talk about football all the time. And this is an interesting one because we don't really... Becky says, my husband is autistic and I worry about him as his friends aren't so accepting of him. Luckily, he attends a group that helps parents and toddlers with severe disabilities, and he has since become one of the mums. He's become one of the mums, so they all have such an amazing bond. So he's got friendships through there.
That's another thing that does bring... So, you know, I find various apps and find various groups for mums to go and meet. And there isn't that many around for dads. I mean, they don't discriminate, so any parent can go, but it does feel very mum-orientated, so you don't often hear, Joe wouldn't go, oh, I'm just going to take him to bounce and rhyme, or I'm just... You know,
but men used to go to the pub
mornings and stuff like that.
Didn't they? Men used to go to the pub years ago, but even that sort of culture is dying away now.
I think men... you know, men have friendships and deal with them in different ways. Like, next week, I'm going to have a few friends round to mine for nibbles. So it's like, I like to... Yeah, you can come.
I was just thinking that. Hold on a second.
But it's like, you know, I like to sit down with my friends and have a chat and see them face to face, whereas Steve has got a lot of friends, but if the football's on, like, they're all doing it on WhatsApp, and so they're keeping in touch, but it's all through technology. And I don't know if men keep their friendship, it might not be also so visible. I don't know, but his you know, his thing's pinging every time a rugby's on or the football or something like that.
But that's great in itself, because at least, you know, he's, as Jane said, he's watering it in his own way.
They do it in their different ways.
Yeah. Oh, just give him a squeeze if you think your man's lonely today. Just give him a little squeeze.